and I run a small family business, second generation business here in the city of Jackson. Now, like so many other families, my family always commuted into Jackson. Our business was here. We've got property here, but we've never lived in the city. After I went away to college, my father took ill and passed away, and I came back to run the family business, and I decided that I would settle in the same community that I grew up in. But as I immersed myself in the business community here in Jackson, I began to realize that we are really standing on the heels of something big. There are so many opportunities for our city to turn the corner. And I believe that under the right leadership, we can see some great things come to fruition here. So much, in fact, my wife and I have decided that a different Jackson can't be built by indifferent people. So we've decided to move to Jackson. And we believe that if we're here supporting our leaders, that we can help make a difference. Now, we've been in business for over 20 years, and during that time, and especially during my tenure, we've been able to depend on John Horhn to do just what he says he can do. And as we look around and we see cranes downtown and actually new construction going up in the Fondren neighborhood, we realize that people see things that some of us don't even see. And I truly, truly believe that with a holistic approach, that we can see our city become something great. My grandmother used to say that at the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back in the box, the same box. So if we can focus on the totality of our community, I believe great things will happen. John is the guy to make that happen. That's why I'm here standing today in support of John Horhn. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I too am a small business owner and a lifelong resident of Jackson. I've never really been involved in politics before, and certainly never in any really public way. I've never been invited to participate all that actively, let alone been asked to give someone a public endorsement. But I'm perfectly happy to do that with John Horhn. Thrilled, in fact. John embodies so much of what President-elect Obama stands for and hopes to accomplish, and we need that critically here in Jackson. Our city is on the very cusp of realizing what a true community can actually be, what it can really mean for its citizens and for our state. And that's in stark contrast to what many people have associated with Jackson recently: a lack of direction and cohesiveness among its leadership, an absurd inferiority complex, notorious crime, and a perceived necessity for residents to flee to the suburbs. What John Horhn can do for us through his well-established integrity, his undisputed intelligence and character, and his contagious and very positive attitude is to rally the rest of us of all races and parts of the city to come together for a common purpose, to remind us all of our potential when we pull together, to make Jackson so attractive for the good guys that it'll be unattractive for the bad guys, to cause people to see why they do want to make their homes and keep their businesses in Jackson, not outside it. In the past, I've almost pridefully said that I didn't want to get involved in politics. Well, you needn't worry that I'll ever run for office, because I won't. But these past few years have shown all of us, on both a national and a local level, what happens when we leave it just to politicos and special interests at either end of the spectrum to run our government. It's time for those of us who have the best interests of our local communities and our nation to speak up and help elect individuals who genuinely care for the same principles that are fundamental to us as ordinary citizens. And that's why I'm so enthusiastically embracing and endorsing the candidacy of John Horhn to be our next mayor of the city of Jackson, which I'm proud to say has been my hometown for all of my 62 years. Thank you, and thank you, John, for agreeing to pursue this.
He impressed me with his intelligence and his passion for knowledge. John is capable of doing so many things, and he really could be successful anywhere in the world. But he chose to return home to Jackson to offer himself up as a public servant in our great state. He has made a lot of sacrifices for Mississippi, while also making great contributions. I am constantly amazed at how much he has done in so many areas in such short period of time. John makes me proud to know him, but I am also elated that he is a part of my family. You see, he is my son-in-law. And the father of my first 2 grandchildren. But even at that, if that were not the case, I could still say that the city of Jackson would be blessed to have him as its leader. John Horhn has the abilities and the knowledge, the know-how, how to be a great mayor for the city of Jackson. The following words capture the spirit of John Horhn's determination. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to point out to you failures. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the danger that waits to assail you. But just take off your coat and go to it, and start to sing as you tackle the thing that couldn't be done, and you do it. And my friends, John Horhn will do it.
Well, good afternoon to everybody. This is an exciting day, and I am glad to be here to introduce my friend that I have known since childhood. And I'm excited because he is a strong man who has represented himself and his family well, who has represented the state of Mississippi with character and distinction in the state Senate, who is a visionary, who certainly will, I think, help and rally the business communities in this city to make Jackson the vibrant, great city that all of us desire for it to be, and we know it can be. And I am very, very pleased on this day, and joined by all of these folks, to once again say that we are here believing that the next mayor of the city of Jackson, Mississippi will be the Honorable John Horhn. Join me in welcoming the next mayor, John Horhn.